My name is Bobby Wessner, and I'm from the Ashland area. Now I'm in residence in Mansfield at the Renaissance Theater. Started a dance company, Neos Dance Theater, about 5 years ago. And at the time it was more of a pickup company. And just in the last 2 years we've built enough contacts and networked with enough symphony orchestras that we do a strong contingent of pops concerts throughout the year. So we've been able to turn what was a pickup company into a main full-time company. When I first started to dance when I was 16 years old, and at the time I was still very much hands-on on my dad's farm, and my dad raised hogs and bred them, so it was a really big deal for him to get his hogs to showcase at the fair. And I was just kind of along for the ride, you know. I was more into arts and singing, and I just started dancing at that time. So here I had one Grand Champion hog, and for me it was, you know, money in the pocket, because Grand Champion hog will go for $3, $4, $5 a pound, and so that was $2,000, $3,000 that I could buy my first car with from my sister. You know, all the money I needed for a big audition tour at the end of that year that I was planning. So I was able to fly around, take company class with all these different companies, and get a job. So a lot of times when people ask me how I got my start, I say, well, it was all because of some hog money that I won at the Ashland County Fair. I just kind of dove into the arts and found a lot of expression in it, and I found that the more I knew about all the different aspects of singing and dancing and theater, the more successful I'd be at actually being able to make it in the field. It was important for me to be a dance theater so that we could call on the other aspects of what theater are, whether it's singing or voice or acting and spoken word, poetry, painting, music. You'll see anything from ballet and point shoes to barefoot modern to occasionally, once in a blue moon, you'll see somebody tapping and singing on stage, and we use it all to manipulate the story that's being told. The style we're trying to capture with Neos Dance Theater is very eclectic. It's very based on collaboration with other artists. For me personally, I feel like bringing people into the studio that are going to fuel me with their art, whether it be their music or their artwork or their ideas or their synopsis for stories. We've gotten to share the stage with a full evening production with Sylvia McNair, Ted Taylor, who's just incredible. You know, Jody Benson sharing the stage with her. Some of the other dancers have done Parsons' work, or both my wife and I, Brooke, have worked with Momix quite a bit. We recently did a show with Mindy Duncan based on her artwork. Standbys for ballet like Freddie Franklin. We've shared the stage with Patrick Swayze before, and with James Taylor in Italy, and some other great people like that you just can gain so much from. So to be able to work closely with those people that have had such incredible careers, we learn so much. Just spending the time and seeing how the work that we create around their work affects their lives personally, it's really mind-boggling, and it keeps me fueled and ready for the next one. We draw on our personal experiences a lot, whether it being raised on a farm, on a hog farm, or being raised in a city by parents that are factory workers, and just bringing those personal lives into who we are and how we work, and bringing all those things into the creative process. And yet we mix it, all of that, with dance that is fairly recognizable to audiences. So I think that makes us very palatable, but very new and authentic to our audiences.